Hi, I'm Mike Deal from the Highway Safety Network. I am the Community Traffic Safety Program Coordinator there. And today we are going to talk about bicycle safety. And with me today I have Kim Smith from PennDOT.
Hello, everybody. I am a safety press officer for PennDOT District 3, and I, like Mike, go out and promote traffic safety. So today we're going to talk about bicycle safety, and I am going to mute my video so that I can share my screen. And share my screen. Go from here. Okay, and how does that look, Mike? Can you see it for everybody?
Yep, looks good to me.
All right. So we're calling this presentation Bicycle Safety for Children, but really there's some safety tips on here that are appropriate for all ages. Just a little slide about PennDOT. I'm not going to read them all to you. You can see them there, but I think it's interesting to know that we have over 40,000 miles of roadway in Pennsylvania that we handle, over 25,000 bridges, and there are over 11,000 employees to keep all that roadway and bridges going. So we're going to start with a video. This is for our younger riders.
Riding your bike is a lot of fun. Hey, whoa!
It can be. It can be a lot of fun.
That's what I said. Me too.
And you're right. But it's important to ride safely. Things you can start by making sure you ride bicycle.
This one.
That's why you're having trouble riding it. When you sit on the bike like that, you should be able to touch the ground with can't.
I almost can.
Don't. Touch the ground, you need a smaller bike.
Okay, that is better. What else?
Well, what you wear is important.
You mean we have to wear special bike clothes?
No, but you want something bright. It makes it easier for the drivers to see you, and being seen is a big part of being safe. It's also why reflectors like these are important.
And they look cool.
But probably the most important thing you should wear is a helmet.
Why?
Because it protects your head if you crash.
But I won't crash. I'm a good rider.
Even a good rider might crash. What if a dog ran out in front of you all of a sudden?
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Wear it this way. Not this way, or this way, or this way. This way. It should fit snug on your head and sit low on your forehead like this, so you can see the edge of the helmet when you look up. It should always be buckled.
Okay. Can I get on the bike now?
If you remember to do one more thing.
What?
If there's something wrong with your bike, like maybe the tires don't have enough air or the brakes don't work very well, be sure to tell an adult. And tell them before you ride it, okay?
Okay.
Good. Now let's talk about the rules for safe riding.
Oh, man. Is there a lot?
No, just a few, but they're important. First one is ride with an adult, like your parent, for example, or with an older brother or sister.
I do that with my sister. She's in high school. She helps me decide where we should ride.
And where's that?
We like to ride in the park, where there aren't many cars. We ride on roads where there's not much traffic.
Good. Those are both good ideas. And do you ride on the right side of the road or the left?
On the right, in the same direction the cars are going.
Yes. And here's an easy way to remember that. Ride right.
Ride right. Okay, what else?
Road signs and traffic signals. You have to do what they say. So if you see a stop sign or a red signal,
You have to stop.
yes. And a green signal?
Means you can go.
Does. But you still need to use your eyes and your ears. Look and listen to what's around you. Just because you see other people doesn't mean they see you, even if you have on a bright shirt. Sometimes people get distracted and forget to look for each other. And don't be weaving back and forth like that, because then the drivers won't know what you're doing.
And we might get hit?
Yes. If you're riding on a trail or a sidewalk, you need to watch out for the people walking there and move out of their way. And if you need to pass someone, let them know before you do it.
All right.
Now, this might be the most important one of all. When you're crossing a street, path, or a driveway, or an alley, or any place a car could pull out, you should stop. Left, then right, then left again. Make sure there isn't a car coming before you go on.
Any place a car could be coming?
Any place.
We stop and we look left, right, and left again.
Yes. And if no cars are coming, then you can go.
What if there are lots of cars coming?
There's a lot of traffic, or you're not comfortable riding across the street for any reason. You could both get off your bikes and walk them to the other side in a crosswalk.
Sometimes my sister and I do that. Can we ride our bikes now?
Almost. First, tell me one important thing you just learned.
Always ride with an adult or an older brother or sister.
Yes. And what else?
Wear your helmet.
Excellent. One more.
When you come to an intersection or a driveway or anything like that, you should stop and look left, right, and left again to make sure no cars are coming.
Yes, very good. We're done. Have a good ride.
Okay, so that video was from Bicycle Safer Journey. If you're interested in viewing that again, just go to that website, and they have videos for other ages as well. So if you are a parent and you have a child of an older age, you can go on there and click on the age group, and it'll show you an appropriate video. So we're going to discuss some of the things that we saw in that video as we go out throughout the program. So hopefully you'll retain the information some more. The one thing we want you to do, especially when you're riding a bike, is to buckle up your brain. You always want to wear a proper bicycle helmet. It should fit snug, just like I said in the video. You want to wear it straight across your forehead. The strap should form a V below your ear. We don't want that V to be lower down by your chin. It's not holding the helmet closer to your head and holding it still as much as it should. So having that V right below the ear helps that. You want to replace your helmet if you've been in a crash with it. If it shows signs of physical damage, if you tossed it around a lot, maybe take it off and throw it down in the garage and you get a crack in it. That's not a good helmet anymore. You do want to replace it. And also after 2 years of wear. Often with our younger kids, they're outgrowing those helmets prior to the 2 years. So you want to make sure that the fit is good as well. And then it's important to know that in Pennsylvania, all children under the age of 12 must wear a helmet while they're riding a bike. That is the law. Mike, do you have anything to add before I move on?
Yeah, when we talk about wearing our helmet snug, you want to check to make sure that the helmet is snug to the head. A good way to check that is after you're all buckled up, shake the head side to side and up and down. If that helmet shifts side to side when you're shaking side to side, or it shifts back on the head or forward on the head, it's not snug enough.
Okay, thank you. And then we are going to watch a quick video about how to properly fit a helmet. Okay, so just like Mike and I spoke about, oh, let me make that stop. Just so, like Mike and I talked about, you do want to have it slug on the head. It should be about two fingers from your eyebrows up above your eyes. That'll be nice and straight on your forehead. And again, those straps should form a V directly below your ears. Okay, so one of the things you want to do often, if not every time before you ride your bike, is to make sure that your bike is in good condition. This reminds you of some other things as well, like wearing helmets, but you want to make sure that your tires are properly inflated, that your brakes are properly working. The seat should be adjusted so that you have a slightly bent knee when you're in the lowest pedal position, and that you can reach the ground with your feet as well. You want to have reflectors on your bike. You want to have lights on your bike, especially if you ride at night. Those help the drivers see you, and make sure that your brakes are working and taking breaks as well.
It's a good idea that if you're going to be riding your bike a lot, stop in somewhere at a bike shop and just have them go over it occasionally. Or if you can find a bike rodeo in the area, at a lot of those rodeos, they will actually have people set up to check the chain of the bike, make sure it's not too loose and it's not going to fly off on you while you're going down the road.
And hopefully COVID will be over soon and we'll be able to get back to having those bike rodeos. All right, so some additional safety tips. You want to ride in the same direction as traffic. It's important to know that when you are on a bicycle, you are considered a vehicle on the road. So that means that you have to obey traffic signs and signals, the lane markings. You want to ride in a straight line. You want to be predictable. If you're weaving in and out, cars and the drivers don't know what you're going to be doing. And it's important to signal your intentions. So if you're going to be stopping or making a turn, you want to use your proper hand signals, and you can see those in the graphic there. For left turn, you just simply stick your arm straight out left. For stop, you have a bent elbow with your wrist down. For the right turn, you have a bent elbow with your wrist up on your left arm. That's confusing for a lot of younger children. So you also, as an alternate, can just have your right arm stick straight out as well. And a lot of people will point, and that's just fine as well. But the takeaway here is remember that you are a vehicle on the road. So if there's a stop sign or a yield, you must follow those signs and signals.
Something that I see a lot when I'm out driving is actually bicyclists that will ride on the road, but when you get to a red light, they'll actually jump all the way to the front of the line. Don't ride up the edge of cars up to the front of the stop sign. If you're in that traffic, stay in that traffic where that car already knows where you are. Sneaking up beside those other cars, they might not see you come up next to them.
That's a good point. Thank you. Okay, so what to wear when you're riding a bike? And they talked about this in the video. You do want to wear bright colored clothing. Our roadways are mostly black and gray. And if you are wearing dark colored clothing, you blend right in, especially if you have a dark colored bicycle and a dark colored helmet. So you do want to wear bright colors. Reflective materials are great, especially if you're riding when cars may have their lights on. Reflective materials helps those cars see you, but the light bounces off of that. So always wear bright colors if you can. You do want to make sure that your shoes are tied, that you're not wearing flip-flops. Those aren't very safe to ride your bicycle in. And pants that have really wide legs that might get caught in your chain. So wear more of a tight-fitting clothing when you're riding your bicycle.
In the picture down there, there's a couple kids in there that you see wearing backpacks. If you're going to have a backpack on when you're riding your bike, if it's a dark colored backpack, try and put something a little brighter over top of that backpack, just to help make yourself a little more seen.
Thank you. All right, so we're almost to the end. We want to remind you what not to do. So like this girl in the photo, she's distracted. She's on her phone, so she's not paying her full attention to traffic. She's not wearing a helmet. She has on flip-flops, which aren't very safe to ride her bicycle in. So you don't want to have any earbuds in. You use any kind of electronic devices when you're riding your bike. You want to be able to hear that traffic, especially if it's a quiet car coming up behind you. You want to be able to hear that car instead of your music. So it's not safe to do this when you're walking or you're biking. Remember, you are traffic, and it's illegal to wear your headphones when you're driving. So therefore, you don't want to wear them when you're riding your bike either. It's not as safe. And we don't want to be riding 2 or more people on a bicycle unless it's a tandem bike, which is built for 2 or more people. But you see in the photo there, the yellow bike has 2 seats and 2 sets of handlebars. In this photo, the children are not safe. There's 2 on that bike. The one kid is riding on the back tire almost. The other one are wearing helmets, so it's just not a safe thing to do. So you want to remember to make smart choices when you're riding a bike.
Remember that the pegs that they put on the outside of the tires, those are not for an extra rider to stand on.
And then always remember safety first. So I did mention the website Bicycle Safer Journey. I'll mention it again because it's a great website to get information on there for children of all ages, bicycle safety. There's also a pedestrian safer journey if you're interested in that one as well, obviously about walking. You can follow us for more safety tips on our social media channels, which we have a lot of there that you can see. A lot of people follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You'll be able to see bicycle safety posts as well as posts of all natures and traffic safety and information from PennDOT. And Mike, do you want to mention your Facebook page?
Yeah, if you're interested in more traffic safety information, we also post on the Highway Safety Network page on Facebook, and that is the District 3 Community Traffic Safety Project.
Okay, so thank you for watching our video today. We hope that you learned something, that you had a little fun with the video, and if you have any questions at all, you can reach out to us on the social media channels. You can also call the district office of PennDOT in Montoursville and simply ask for me. My name is Kim Smith, and I'd be happy to talk to you about bicycle safety or any other traffic safety issues that you may have questions about.